One show, two hosts, 50 episodes. Here it comes, the Bane and Mickey Show!
Thanks for tuning in to 101.3 BKMG The Farce, coming to you live from separate places, pre-recorded. Now presenting, the Bane and Mickey Show.
Amazing.
That's right. We did it, guys. We made it over a year as of recording this.
A year. We made it 50 episodes. No one thought we could do it.
Including
Joke's
us.
on you. Ha.
Ha. Ha ha.
Today is a very special episode. We're going to kind of celebrate having gotten to 50 episodes, having spent a whole year doing this, and just kind of having fun.
And just sort of chit-chatting and reminiscing about the good old times.
Yeah.
Really doesn't feel like a year.
It doesn't. No, I know. You were saying that, and I was like, it kind of feels longer, but also like it's been a long year. But also,
it feels longer and shorter at the same time.
Yeah.
You know,
well, also
probably
because we did start recording before we started posting. You know, we were recording a couple months.
Yeah, we started in either September or October, just getting like a backlog.
Yeah. But then even then, we started really planning it out in like July, August.
Yeah. And then, you know, the previous year before that, or 2 years.
Oh, right. Right. But yeah, just it took us a while to get started. Before we get too deep into reminiscing, have you seen anything good recently?
I watched Army of the Dead a few weeks back, but I watched Army of Thieves, which is sort of the prequel. Uh-huh. Which I liked better than Army of the Dead, but that's mostly because I like heist movies more than I like zombie movies.
Fair.
But it was sort of the background for the safecracker guy, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It had Natalie Emmanuel. That's pretty much the only well-known person in that whole movie, honestly. They're all very good in it, but other than her, I don't think there's any recognizable names. Mm-hmm. I watched the 1998 Lost in Space movie. Uh-huh. And I watched Eternals.
Nice.
Which I liked.
I haven't seen Eternals, but I also need to watch Shang-Chi. But I am going to go see Dune tonight, so I'm excited for that.
Which reminds me.
Y'all have to...
Sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I found out when I went to go see Eternals, I found out the only subscription worth having for people like you and me who like to go see movies. This is not a sponsor, by the way.
But if you want to sponsor
this is a glowing recommendation for AMC Stubs Plus A-List. It's $22 a month, and you can see 3 movies a week. A week, Kendall.
And that $22 is the price of a ticket, basically.
And honestly, that's the price for like 2 tickets. Yeah. But also think of it, that's like 1 ticket plus popcorn plus candy
plus driving,
and that's 3. A week.
3 a freaking week. I know. What was I seeing? Oh, when I went to see No Time to Die, they advertised that, and I was like, that's actually a really good deal. If I wasn't working, well, I've been working full time the last couple weeks, but the gig will be, and I'll be done with that gig in Thanksgiving time, so I might have to do the thing. And also because you can like cancel the subscription month to month if you're like not watching a bunch of movies that month or you're really busy.
Once I have a little bit of, honestly, even if you're only seeing 1 movie a week, it's still worth it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Seriously. Yeah, I might have to look into that. I've also recently been watching with my parents Turner and Hooch, the remake show.
Is that any good?
It's pretty like it's got funny parts, and I like dogs and I like procedurals, but also it has Josh Peck, which if you don't know, Josh Peck is from Drake and Josh, the good old Disney show.
That was Nick.
Was it Nick? Are you sure?
Yes, that was Nick. I'm
Either
100% sure it was
I
Nick.
watched it at my friend's house. I don't know what channel it was on. But it's just funny to see him like all grown up. And
it's good to know at least one of them is doing well.
Yeah, no, he's doing really good for himself. He's great.
And he's not a piece of shit.
And he's not a
Fuck
piece of
you,
shit.
Drake Bell.
But it's also funny because so he has this dog Hooch that he inherited from his dad, and doesn't know what to do with it most of the time. And so there's a lot of like parts he goes to the dog trainer for the FBI. And or my parents we adopted a dog maybe like 9 months ago, and he's still a puppy. And so we are still like working on training him and stuff, but we've actually learned stuff from the show that's like, oh.
So that's how you do it.
And even just knowing like the way dogs think and work and stuff, it's good. But yeah, I mean, it's not like, it's very family friendly, kid oriented a little bit, but
Of
except for
course.
it being a procedural and people get shot and whatever. But like, it's not bad. I didn't watch the original Turner and Hooch, which had Tom Hanks. I also didn't even realize that they literally redid the poster. That's amazing.
Yeah. And you know what? When you look at it, Josh Peck does not look unlike a young Tom Hanks.
I know, right? And here's the thing is that, so the show, it doesn't say that his dad isn't the original Turner and Hooch, but it doesn't not say. So it is kind of like, it's like, ooh, is it not? We don't know.
I thought it was.
I think it is supposed to be, but they also don't explicitly state that. I think maybe because they don't have the rights to it. I don't know.
It's Disney. They have the rights.
Disney.
They wouldn't make it if they didn't have the rights.
Huh. I don't know. Well, I'm assuming. I don't know then. I don't know. Anyways, it's not bad. Like,
maybe it'll be some big surprise.
If you like dogs, if you own a dog, and if you want something to watch it.
Or if you like Josh Peck.
Yeah. If you grew up watching Drake and Josh.
The only one from that show worth watching anymore. Except for, what's her face? iCarly.
Oh my god.
I forgot her name.
On
the show, her name was Megan.
Didn't they bring back iCarly or whatever?
Yeah, they did. On Paramount.
I don't even know
But
why.
it's like a more adult version. It grew up.
Huh. Weird. Anyways, speaking of coming back, no.
We're not here to talk about Miranda Cosgrove. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a year. Holy shit.
We did it. Holy shit, we did it!
Definitely didn't think we would make it this far or be so consistent. We've been pretty consistent, which I'm proud of us for being consistent. It definitely helps to record and backlog, which the second round, because I would say we did like a mid-season kind of break. The second round, we definitely got busier, so it was harder to record.
True.
But yeah,
but still, we were pretty consistent.
Yeah.
We only had the break like a couple weeks back, and that's pretty much been the only one.
Yeah,
I think
that was just like very
out.
Last minute. Neither of us were able to record, so.
And we got the double one out, so
we did.
Or we got two at the end of October.
It basically made up for it. And here, not to brag or anything, but I'm gonna pull up some stats.
Pulling up stats, heard
Pulling
that.
up some stats, good old Stiddy stats.
And we've also covered quite a bit of shit.
We have covered
in
a bit
our
of shit.
time on the podcast. On the old podcast.
What's the old? God, I don't want to log in. Are you already logged into the?
I can, yeah. Just give me a second.
Let's just see if I can remember the thing.
Do. Got it.
Okay.
I'm in. That's what they say in all heist movies, by the way. Looking at our stats. So as of today, Tuesday, November 16th at 11:18 a.m.,
2021.
we have 478 downloads since we published.
Damn.
Back November 13th, 2020.
478. Why aren't we at 500, folks? What the hell? We need...
Get us there. If we're not at 500 by the
22
time
more
this one comes out.
So hurry up and download that shit. If not, I'm going to go download the last 22 episodes.
Breaking down our downloads by continent, we have 432 from America.
Okay, but that doesn't really work because of VPNs, but whatever.
I know, but I still am going to do it anyways because it's funny.
Okay.
We have 90% of our downloads in America, 5% in Europe, 4 downloads in Asia, 1 in Africa, 2 in South America, and 10 in Oceania.
Are any of them in Canada?
Well, that's America, North
America.
America. But 89% from US, 2% in Germany, New Zealand, 1% UK.
Wow.
11% of cities. 11% come from Seattle, 6% from
Ooh.
Ellensburg.
Wow, that's very telling. That's just our friend base.
Some in Westmont, California, Columbus, Ohio,
Uh-huh.
LA,
Uh-huh.
Wyoming,
Uh-huh.
Wenatchee,
Uh-huh.
Kennewick. That's probably all my family there. Canada is on here. We have 4 downloads from
Hey.
Canada.
Unfortunately, yeah, the global thing is really hard to actually base because so many people use VPNs. So who knows? If there are any listeners globally, thank you very much for taking the time to listen. And we apologize for taking up 45 minutes of your time every week.
Well, our top app is actually our web browser, so the website. The
Hey.
top device is an Apple computer and mostly on mobile.
Nice.
But the next spot is tied evenly between Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and our
What
website.
the hell is Podbean? I don't know, but we're on it. So
And then the next for our devices is Apple computers, then Android and Apple phones, and then Windows and Amazon
I'm
Smart
surprised
Speaker.
more people listen to it on desktop because I'm always listening mobily to podcasts and books and stuff just because I'm never at home really. And when I'm on my computer, I'm not I don't know. I can't multitask whatever I'm doing. That's
So
interesting, but hey,
unsurprisingly,
whatever.
our first episode has the most download. Let's see if I can filter it to. Yes, I did. Perfect. So our most popular episode by download is our first episode, Film of Today.
Hey.
Tied for second is our Me Too episode with Lexi and our Idiots in a Piece of Paper with Jack.
Uh-huh.
Then Knives Out, Behind the Black Box, and Acting for the Camera are all tied for third.
Wow.
Then TV of Today, Palm Springs, Citizen Kane, Batman, Dark Knight, and Mousetrap are actually all tied for, what was that, fifth now?
Nice. It is. I have noticed that like some of the lesser known films or shows that we talk about are definitely not as popular episodes, which is understandable because I know, well, even just talking to my friends that listen, that they are waiting to listen to an episode until they watch the movie or whatever, which is totally understandable. I would do the same.
Fair enough.
Does Buzzsprout, is there a way to tell how many plays it has, not just downloads?
I don't know.
Okay. So this is
But
just
we have-
downloads, though, so it's pretty good.
Yes.
Because not everyone downloads stuff before they listen to it,
So we have 2 episodes that are on the bottom. See if you can guess one of them.
The Royal Comedic, because I feel like that one was always pretty low.
Nope.
Rear Window Ethics.
Nope. I'll give you one more.
The Oscars one.
Nope. It's our Ma Rainey and Zack Snyder Snyder Cut one.
Oh my god. Yeah, because
Sorry, Jordan.
no one watched Zack Snyder, so they don't want to listen to a 4-hour podcast. I'm kidding. It's not 4 hours. It's like maybe an hour.
It's a little over an hour, but we talked to Jordan, so if you like Jordan, listen to it.
And Ma Rainey, because I think still not everyone's seen Ma Rainey. I don't know.
Mike Myers is actually, our Halloween one's pretty high up
Nice.
with 10 downloads.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we've kind of talked about a lot over the last year. We've talked about a lot of films, a lot of new films, which is fun. We've talked a lot about old films, favorite films. I've liked being able to watch there's a couple films that like you had seen but I hadn't seen, so then getting to watch new films for me, films that I'd seen but you hadn't seen, so then you're getting introduced to new films.
Agreed. It's been a very good way to get shit off my watch list.
Yeah, exactly. I have a long ass watch list that's been growing.
Don't we all,
like,
as filmmakers?
Well, and then also just staying caught up on things. Like I don't think it would have taken me a lot longer to watch Wonder Woman 1984 or Zack Snyder if we weren't going to talk about it. And then also rewatching stuff, like rewatching Hitchhiker's Guide, rewatching Roar,
Mousetrap,
yeah,
Mousetrap for me.
like rewatching stuff that I hadn't seen in over a decade, which has also been great fun too. I think some of my favorite episodes have also been comparing films, like when we did Hellboy, comparing the two versions. Talking about Batman and kind of comparing all of those.
I liked some of our less film focused, or when we had smart guests on like Melissa and Maria.
Smart. Because you didn't have to do any work. Is that what you're saying?
No, I liked it because it was nice to have someone on who knows what they're talking about for
Oh,
once.
yeah, that's fair. Well, and yeah, and also just getting to have a very intellectual conversation. I love talking to Melissa and Maria for hours,
Because they're so
honestly.
smart.
Yeah, seriously. It's and it's, just having more education from
Getting to learn more from these nice folks.
yeah. Um yeah, we've had a lot of guests. We've had some reoccurring guests. Jack has come on multiple times, Melissa, Jordan.
I think Jordan's probably our most recurring guest.
We had guests one time we had Bree come on, we had Isaac come on, Kayla, Shay,
Emily.
Lexi, Garrett. We need to have Garrett come back.
We need to have Garrett on for a full episode sometime.
We do, yeah.
I feel like our mistake was not having him on that long.
Briefly. Yeah, that's true. We do have a list. We still have a list of guests that we haven't had on yet, so I think we need to try and work on getting those. It's just hard to get to lock people down sometimes, especially everyone's so busy. And although doing it remotely has certainly helped for sure.
Yes, agreed.
And then with like the professors, we always like having Melissa, Maria come on. We have some other professors we want to have come on, but they're still teaching, so they're very busy.
And we also forget to ask.
Yeah, we forget to ask because also with them we have to like ask earlier to kind of
submit it 3 months early in triplicate.
Yeah. What's been your favorite? What was like one of your favorite episodes to do?
I was like the Jordan
film
ones
to kind of like watch.
I mean, I was like the Jordan ones because we talk about comic book shit that I like. I liked our conversation on Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I think aside from that, I liked talking to Melissa about Citizen Kane.
I was gonna say I liked Rear Window, but
that was a good one too.
Yes,
with Maria. I just forgot. Oh, the acting one with Kayla and Isaac I really liked.
Oh, yeah. That was also fun. Yeah.
I liked getting the chance to rewatch Mousetrap.
Rewatch Mousetrap. I liked
because I had not seen it in so long.
Being able to rewatch The Martian because I just love that movie.
Let's see. Scott Pilgrim is always a good conversation.
Also, I would say Hitchhiker's Guide. Let us know. Let us know either on our Instagram or tweet us. Mention us on Twitter what your favorite episode has been to listen to. What your favorite topics have been. Are there any topics we've missed that you want to hear from? We have a whole list. We have like 2 documents about films and television shows that we want to talk about, and we've maybe hit like a small fraction of it.
But if there's anything you want to hear,
tell us more. Yeah,
we will do it.
Because we always make like a plan. We like plan it out, and then it gets shifted around so much. So literally, it's never set in stone.
It's a plan in quotes.
Yeah.
We need to have some more intellectual conversations and film related, not necessarily just about movies and shit.
Yeah. I mean, we had a plan about wanting to talk about different like more like kind of film production. And we weren't able to plan that one as far ahead as we wanted, so it kind of had to get put on the back burner. But would more people be interested in like less TV movie stuff and more like production and production experience stuff? That would definitely take a little longer to get.
We want to hear your opinion, or do you want us to talk more about news and shit and what's happening?
Yeah,
because I feel like we touch on it a lot, but we can always deep dive more into that type of stuff. Talk about what's going on in the world of film and movies and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. So we are looking a little bit to kind of like not like redo the podcast or anything, but kind of like freshen it up a little bit, update, kind of do some more of what maybe we originally pitched. But also, we do love talking about movies and stuff, so maybe it's a thing where like once a month we talk about a film, and once a month we talk about news, and once a month we talk about something.
This, that, or the other.
So like
whatever ends up being.
Yeah, give us kind of your ideas, your opinions. Again, you can find us on Twitter at Bane and Mickey, all undercase, and on Instagram at Bane and Mickey _podcast. You can mention us, comment on our stuff, or make a story.
Send us a DM.
Whatever. Yeah, send us a DM, honestly, whatever.
We might not read it, but We appreciate you sliding in
We
there.
might just not get the notification, to be honest. My phone notifications are always messed up.
But if we get it, we'll for sure try to respond to you.
We'll certainly try. Yeah, what was it? Kind of our original pitch for the show was it had nothing to do with films, as far as I know. It kind of had to do with acting. Like, we wanted to get a bunch of our actor friends, kind of.
I don't know if it had nothing to do with film. It was more like a talking about
talk
film and the process. Yeah, like a radio. We want to do like an actual radio type deal.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about maybe investing in some sound pads so we can actually do those live.
I do have a bunch of instruments.
That too. That's another good way to go.
Yeah, that's kind of stuff we've talked about, which would be fun. I know, especially when we had the guy review the podcast, he was kind of saying adding in some little stuff. So we have added in like little quotes from movies and stuff. Have you enjoyed hearing little sound snippets from movies, little musical ditties? Is that fun? Is that stupid? Are we gonna get ourselves in trouble for copyright? Who knows?
I'm pretty sure we wouldn't, because there's a free use law or something.
That's
like
true.
That.
Also, isn't it like 3 seconds or whatever? I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Don't sue us, please.
We're also not making money on this right now, in case anyone was wondering.
So if we start to make money, then
we do this purely for the fun of it. Yeah, we are. We have been talking about, Gavin and I have been talking about getting sponsors and ads and stuff so that we can get a little money. Most of the money would go to actually paying for the subscription that posts our podcast. So we wouldn't even really be making a profit. It would just be keeping it. It would be keeping our bank accounts safe while we continue to make
using something to pay for.
Yeah, and then if there is extra, it would be going towards equipment, investing in higher mics, maybe additional mics for when we have guests if they don't have their own, and then sound equipment. It also kind of depends where we want to go with all of this. That's something Gavin and I need to figure out, because we are both busy bees, but we love creating, we love talking, we love ranting.
We love talking.
So yeah, I mean, what better platform than to just talk about nothing?
Talk about nothing and everything all of the time. Yeah,
we wanted to, since this is our big episode and kind of, I guess, like a season finale. I don't know.
And, big year finale, because we are going to be taking a hiatus until 2022 at least.
Yep. Just a little break during the holidays. It's a very busy year. Gavin and I have been getting caught up in work and stuff and falling behind. So we're going to take a little break. But that just means you all get to catch up on all of the episodes that you haven't listened to, because we know you haven't listened to all of them. You're a terrible person.
And if you have,
I'm kidding.
we thank you.
Yeah, we thank you so much for what you have listened to. And even just supporting us in general. We didn't even think anyone would want to listen to it, so...
To the few of you that listen and download consistently, we are appreciative to you.
Yeah, exactly. And we know for the most part who you are, too, so thank you very, very much.
And you know what else? If you have any other questions, you can email us, because we have a separate email now. Bane and Mickey at gmail.com.
Wow.
So you can email us any questions, comments, hate mail if you really decide that's
suggestions.
What makes you happy.
Send some. If you have suggestions for our topic box, you can send them to Twitter. You can send them to Instagram. You can email us. Amazing. Because speaking of the topic box, we figured we would go through the rest of the topics left in our box. There's maybe like somewhere between 30 and 50. I'm terrible at guessing, so that's my very broad guesstimate.
And we'll see how long we actually end up talking about these.
Yeah.
Because in our initial iteration, these were going to be how we started the podcast. We would pick a topic from this and then go on whatever tangent it led to.
For, 45 minutes to an hour. But now we just do it at the end, which is fine, because I don't know, it's kind of a fun little way to end. Everyone has like a little game, fun kind of question thing to play. So this is also fun with guests too.
And if you think of any fun little easy games we can play on the show, send that shit our way too.
You can even send us a link to like a video or something if you want us to look at something. Or if there's like hey, can you look at this topic and here's a video? Yeah, send it to us. Anyways, before all of that and all of that aside, I think it's time for some random topic time.
Random.
The ultimate random topic time and the last random topic time of 2021.
Of 2021.
All right, here's the first one. It's a yellow one. What movie sequel do you wish you could erase from history? Oh,
Oh
snap.
my gosh, that's a rough one. A movie sequel I could erase?
Uh-huh.
Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, hands
Haha.
down.
um, oh God. Maybe like I was gonna say Lion King too, but
Does
why?
it have to be the second one?
I don't think so. It just says sequel. Hmm.
There was a movie fight. I think it was Screen Junkies who did one,
Uh-huh.
where they had to get rid of one movie from history, and one guy chose Jaws 2
Uh-huh.
because it basically started the blockbuster
Oh
franchise
no.
craze that we see today.
Oh, why? Well, yeah, okay.
But simply just because of the fact of getting rid of
That would
the idea of you have
wow.
to make a movie to make just to
Yeah.
make more
No,
movies.
that's for sure. Interesting, for sure. How what our world would be today.
I'd be willing to throw it out to what reboot would you want to get erased as well?
oh,
If you
reboot.
can't think of a sequel, a remake of something.
Um I'm going to come back to it because I can't think right now. My mind is blank. It's like when you ask a film person what your favorite movie is and
What's your
every
favorite
film
movie?
just
And you're like,
disappears
I've
from memory.
literally
Yeah.
never seen a movie.
Exactly. We'll come back to it. I'm sure it'll come up as we're talking about stuff. Choose a color, Gavin.
Blue.
Okay. Should we just run out all the blue ones?
Sure. Let's do that. We'll do it by color.
What is your
That's never
preferred
been
social
problematic.
media?
Instagram, because it's the easiest one. I don't have to read anything really.
Uh-huh.
It's all right there on the front, and I'm very lazy.
That's fair. I like scrolling through Instagram, but I find posting on Instagram like to be annoying and
I don't post anything.
a
Don't be ridiculous.
no, that's fair. I would say I don't even does it count? I prefer YouTube. That's where
It's
I get a
definitely-
lot of my content, I suppose.
It's
Because I
not,
watch news and stuff on YouTube as well.
I'd call it a social media.
Yeah, I don't
No,
talk
it's no
to
less of
anyone
a
on
social
YouTube.
media than any other form.
That's
so
fair. Yeah. Okay. That was a good topic. Tea, a drink with jam and bread. I agree.
yes,
I actually prefer a classic British like tea with like finger sandwiches and stuff, you know?
oh my gosh, you're never gonna believe what happened. I was at World Market and they had Jammy Dodgers and Tim Tams
Oh.
and digestives, and I bought a bunch.
Oh my god. I want to
and
go.
had tea and biscuits.
My mom and I have been talking about making jammy Dodgers for the holidays.
Jammy Dodgers are so good.
Amazing.
I also got some beignet mix from Cafe Du Monde.
Ooh, amazing. What's your favorite kind of tea? This wasn't on a paper, but I'm just asking.
I typically go with like an English breakfast
Uh-huh.
or like black teas.
Yeah.
But I like most kinds of teas.
Are you
I'm not too picky.
Are you a cream and sugar kind of person?
I try not to.
Yeah.
If I do, it's usually like sugar or Splenda, but like maybe one or two.
Yeah.
I used to put in a lot of sugar, but I'm trying to avoid it.
I was gonna say growing up.
So I mostly just drink it straight.
Growing up, I put like 4 spoonfuls of sugar in my tea. Let's be honest, who didn't as a child?
Well, you want the tea, but you also want that sweetness.
Right. I usually drink my tea black, just straight as it is. I go with like a black tea or a green tea. I prefer more the herbal teas. Usually, though, if I do want a sweetener, I add honey instead. But I don't.
like a really good chai tea.
Ooh, I love a chai latte without coffee. I prefer chai. Yeah, usually if I do cream and sugar, it's like very occasional if I'm sitting down for a purposeful like afternoon tea with like biscuits and sandwiches or something or whatever. Or yeah, I don't usually do cream and sugar with mine often, really. I don't know.
It sort of just depends on the. I
Unless
try
want
not to.
unless I'm being very traditional purposefully, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
What's this one?
What do you say, blue paper?
How do you spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious without looking at the
Oof.
paper? SUPERCALIFRAGIDIOUSIA. Wait, IAIOUS supercalifragilistic EXPEDIOUS. Anyways, If you sing the song, I can spell it. That's because I played in the pit for Mary Poppins, and that's the only reason
Lame.
I know it, because I had to listen to them singing it over and over and over.
Lame.
And I know half of the dance too, which helps. Supeer.
That just seems like a really complicated YMCA.
It is. It's the ultimate YMCA. Okay, do you want to know actually how to spell it? This is now reading off of the paper.
Here, let me see if I can do it. Super, Super CALIFRAG, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Wait, I think I fucked up. Supercalifragilist. I messed up.
I was going to say,
Go
they
ahead.
don't even spell it right on this paper, but SUP.
LIGISTIC
Yeah.
EXPILIDIOCOUS. I don't know. I'm having a hard time doing it without writing it down.
RAGILISTICEXPIALIDOCIOUS. That's how you do it. And that's how you sing it too.
Perfect. Well done.
Try to be funny, Gavin.
I've been trying for the last half hour. What are you talking about?
We've been trying for the last year.
The last year and 50 episodes, we've been trying to be funny. And failing.
Apparently, because we need a topic box to tell us to be funny.
Humor.
What happened to JoJo 2 and 3?
What? Is that like a Jojo Rabbit thing?
No, it's not Jojo Rabbit, because this was written way before Jojo Rabbit was even conceived as an idea. Isn't JoJo...
I don't know what you're talking about. That is like Jojo Siwa?
No.
I don't know any other JoJos.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, maybe?
I don't fucking know. Oh, maybe.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. I'm not an anime person. I could not tell you what happened to the rest of the seasons. You'll have
I have
to
literally
ask,
never heard of it.
You'll have to ask the creator, who is or just ask David Production what happened. Don't ask us. We don't know. Sorry.
Never heard of it.
I know.
But thank you for your question.
Why can't I unfold this? Sticky notes are
because
a problem.
You're bad at it.
You have a time machine. When do you go? That's an interesting phrasing. When do you go?
Is it also is it a time and space machine?
No.
So I can travel in space as well?
Time machine, and it just says when.
That's annoying.
I know. I don't know if
I'd go back 2 years and slap the person who wrote this.
I was gonna say Seattle would be an interesting place to travel in time to if you kind of had to stay in the area.
Well, you have to be careful, because if you go back too far, you wouldn't even be on the planet anymore, because the planet moves as well.
Butterfly effect.
Well, it's not the butterfly effect. It's just how the universe
I know.
works.
I would maybe go back to the early 1900s. I mean, it would be interesting to see, like, because my grandparents were born. One side of my grandparents were born in like in the 20s, and the others were born in like the 30s or 40s. So it'd kind of be interesting to see when they grew up.
Maybe I go back in time and invent Microsoft. I would have to figure out how it works, of course, but then I could.
Then you could invent it, huh?
But maybe that's a bad idea.
What's your favorite on-air radio sound effect? I like the dong 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 dong, like the progressive xylophone kind of.
Or like a slide whistle.
Yeah. Exactly. I also like I don't know, just a bell in general, like
ding
bell. Oh no, Gavin, we've been
Did
outed.
I write this one?
Flip side, a Flapjack sequel. Look, I would still love to do the sequels and continuations to Blue Haze. Jack and I have talked a little bit about ideas. Jack wants to kind of take it and do different styles of procedural and crime films. Do like a 50s.
Done.
I do want to do a sequel that kind of focuses on Flapjack, also because I love working with Isaac.
Didn't
see
Flapjack
Cecil in the
die?
back. No, that's what the
I don't know.
sequel was going to be. I was thinking of
Oh, I
doing a
see.
sequel, and then it turns out the narration is just Zoil doing a eulogy. I did rewatch Blue Haze the other week because I was showing it to my friend.
Is it still good?
It, I think it does hold up in some ways. Yeah, it's so stupid. I'm actually impressed what we were able to do in 4 days of shooting and not
I
even
guess we
6
did
months
shoot.
of production. Yeah, we shot
We
in
did
4
shoot
days.
that so fast.
Yeah, we'll think about it. I
Will we
still think it'll be
maybe
fun.
make a sequel?
Who knows?
Perhaps
Or
Zoil will
we
get
just
his own
turn it
universe.
into a feature length. Jack has been wanting to make a feature length.
All right, but I still get to be Zoil.
Oh, sure.
Dibs.
Peanut butter jelly time?
Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. I never understood that.
I don't eat my PB&Js with baseball bats. Call the devil, Gavin. 666-666-6666.
Weren't we already talking?
Amazing.
You are wearing red.
We would do that thing growing up where you dial a number and it's like, hello, you've reached the secretary office of Satan or something, something really stupid, and then you leave a voicemail. It's just some stupid number someone set up. I don't know if it is 666-6666. I think it was like 1-800-666. I don't even know.
1-800-666-666-666.
But of course we always did *67 because we didn't want them to know. Or *69, *67.
I wonder if that still works.
Oh. Ooh, we should try it sometime.
Nah, too much work.
We should make a phone call on air and
like when Troy and Abed call.
Yeah.
Who are we? It's us.
Batman or the Joker?
That's tough. That's a tough
prefer
one.
the Joker. I just love the Joker, but
I like the Joker, but I don't know if I'd want him to win.
I just read Battle or the War of Jokes and Riddles comic. It was great because two of my favorite villains together.
Oh, I got a bunch of comics from this comic book shop.
Oh, I got them from the library.
Well, you're a nerd who goes to the library. I'm a cool person who goes to comic book stores.
Ooh, create a new Disney villain with a backstory.
Oh my gosh. That's a whole other episode.
Right?
Let's see.
Very basically. I really like the villain from Princess and the Frog, and I know it's a little controversial because
gonna say Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, because of I mean, I don't know because I'm not what belief is it really?
Cajun?
Well,
no. Creole.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a good representation of I mean, I know witch doctor is not the right term anymore. I don't know.
He was a voodoo man.
Voodoo, yeah. So I don't know kind of
or
that.
a shaman or something
yeah,
like that.
I'm not well versed in that, so I don't know if it's a good representation, but I did like that. So it'd be interesting to, but also I know it's always been kind of projected as a evil dark thing. I don't know.
Are you ready?
But anyways, that's not creating a new one. Creating a new one.
Jeez, that's woof.
What if
That's
they were
tough. Ooh. What if it was like the animal sidekick to the princess, and he's tired of being the dumb animal sidekick?
Kind of like in Hoodwinked, how the bunny becomes
they're
all sweet, but
exactly
they're actually evil.
like the one in Hoodwinked.
That'd be funny. Okay, so why?
But it'd be
what's the backstory?
hey.
Oh, it's like the mice or the birds from Snow White. They're just tired of doing shit.
Yeah,
for her,
exactly. It's like a reincarnation type deal. So it's like Gus, Jack, hey, Pua. All these animal sidekicks throughout the years, they're just tired of being pushed around and dragged on these adventures, so no longer, and then it rebels against the princess.
Yes.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the ticket right there.
Okay.
Are you listening, Disney?
We get copyright.
Verbal copyright 2020.
How tall is too tall? I would say Gavin is too tall.
That's hurtful. I was going to say over 6'4".
Are you 6'3"?
No. Ish.
How tall are you?
6'2", 6'3" ish.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like when you get in the 6'5" and taller range, it's
really fucking tall.
That's when you're a monster.
Jeez, that's mean.
Well, I didn't say it to be nice.
Have you ever gone to Pike Place Market and seen the shoe of the tallest man?
No.
Or whatever. They have a really big shoe.
I have not.
pretty cool. Okay, that's all of the blue ones. Do you want yellow or pink?
You pick. I picked blue.
Okay, we're doing yellow. Is Ted Cruz the Zodiac killer? Actually, he's not because I don't think they found him.
They said they confirmed who it was.
Did they?
But you know what's interesting is I saw this thing that was talking about how they released that right when a bunch of other shit was happening to deflect from
I know.
that.
I don't think it was legit.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
I don't believe it. But they did crack his code recently in the last year. So
maybe it is Ted Cruz. Fuck that guy. Fuck you, Ted Cruz. I'm not sorry.
Group claims it has solved the identity. An independent group of cold case investigators supposedly found the identity, but the cops or the FBI have not confirmed it. So it could be Ted Cruz, although was he even alive when that started?
It doesn't really matter.
Was he even old enough? I don't know.
Again, it's not really relevant to the situation. It's more about
the situation
fuck you, Ted
being
Cruz.
Ted Cruz. What do you really want to know, Gavin? I really want to know who. Well, here's the thing: when we solve the Zodiac killer, what else is there for us to do? I feel like the world just ends. You know,
The Black Dahlia.
Then we have to solve Black Dahlia.
I want to go back in time and see all these unknown murderers. I want to figure out who they are. I don't want them to be uncovered, and I don't want to do the uncovering. I just want to see them.
Yeah, because recently they uncovered who was the one in California?
Was that not the Zodiac killer?
No, a different one.
Like D.B. Cooper.
Ooh.
Like what happened to D.B. Cooper, the Black Dahlia, Jack the Ripper, Zodiac, all these killers that got away. I just want to know the truth of what happened.
Yeah.
I don't want to change history. I just want to know.
You just want to know?
Because I like knowing shit.
Gavin, who would you cast to narrate your life?
That's a tough one. Seth Rogen, because it'd be funny. You know, I was listening to a podcast with Michael Rosenbaum, and I have a new person who I would have play you in a movie of yourself. I'd have to be played by Felicia Day.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh
I
my
could see
gosh. Is it cliche if I say Norman Reedus? Because that's my answer for a lot of things. I would want.
I don't know if it's a
narrate my life.
cliche. It's just you being obsessed with Norman Reedus.
Oh, he's a great actor. Also, we share a birthday.
I didn't say you can't be obsessed with Norman Reedus. I just said you are.
No, I would maybe do like someone British. Ooh,
Ricky Gervais, if I had to pick a British guy.
Not. It wouldn't be relevant if I chose like Colin Farrell. He's not British. He's Irish. But like, it wouldn't be
Does he
relevant.
not have a British accent normally?
No.
What?
He has an Irish accent.
My mind is... You've just changed my whole worldview right now.
Maybe... Ooh, Martin Freeman. Maybe. No. Yeah. Maybe? I don't know.
Matt Lucas.
Ooh, Maggie Smith.
Noel Fielding.
Ooh, Noel Fielding. Yeah.
Can I have two narrators who don't like each other, so they're constantly bickering and trying to like fight?
It's like it's not even a narration; it's just a commentary on your life.
This fucking guy.
What was cool when you were a kid, but isn't cool now? Hot Wheel cars. No, those are so cool. I was gonna say silly bands, but those like started coming back. Also, that was like middle school.
Oh, you said Colin Farrell. I was thinking Colin Firth.
Oh, Colin Firth would also be a good one.
Okay, never mind. My mind is unblown because you said Colin Farrell. I thought Colin Firth. And I was like, Colin Firth is not British. This is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, what was cool when you were a kid but isn't cool anymore?
I don't have any appropriate answers. They're all really...
No, you have to say it.
I was going to say things, you know, like being super racist and discriminating against people.
Yeah, or like a bunch of stupid slurs that... But it wasn't even, like, really cool. It was, like, I don't know, trying to fit in with all the dumb jocks and, like, bullies and jerks, so...
But I'm trying to think of something that's not that.
What was cool? Oh, Warriors, the books? The Warriors?
Oh my
Did you
gosh.
ever read
They
those?
still make those books.
They do?
Bakugan.
What? Bakugan.
Beyblades.
Beyblades, but
Beyblades are making kind of a comeback.
I know, they were starting to make a comeback. Oh, what were those jumping bean things that
Oh, I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember what they're called.
not jumping.
Like Angry Beans?
Yeah, like or like they. It was something. Was it something martial arts? I don't know. They were
I
so
don't know.
stupid. They didn't even do anything really. But we had a bunch of those. We collected those kind of. What do you do when you hang out with friends? Friends. No,
This is what I do when I hang out with friends. Talk about stupid shit.
I was gonna say usually watch movies.
And or get turned.
Play D&D, play board games. We're kind of dorks.
That's true.
Patrick William Smith. The William is underlined and it says the man, the myth, the legend on the bottom. We do want to have Patrick on the podcast. He's a very busy man. He just got back from Ireland in the summer.
And he didn't invite me.
I know.
That son of a bitch.
And then he went back to teaching. So, he's
Isn't he
way
in
too
charge
busy.
of a film program down in Arizona or something like that?
Utah, but yeah,
Same shit.
I know.
Still a stupid ass state.
We'll have
It's hot
to.
as hell.
Yeah, I was like, the summer would be a great time to film or to get him on, but then he was filming, so then it was like, wow, what the heck? He's just trying. It's not like we've even asked him. I was gonna say he's avoiding us, but we need to.
I feel like he'd be hard to get a hold of unless he listens to the podcast, but I doubt it.
I don't know if he does. Patrick, are you listening? Let us know. I was gonna
If
say
you're listening,
message us on
send us an email.
Instagram, but like you don't do social media ever.
Send us an email.
Message me on Facebook, sir. Not Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, Jack needs less Hawaiian shirts. I'm pretty sure I wrote this. No, it's fine.
I have a pretty
Jack
cool
has a
banana
style.
shirt.
Banana?
Yeah, it's got bananas on it.
Banana phone. Do, 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 do. What is
Ring,
on
ring,
your
ring,
bedside
ring, ring,
table?
ring. A lamp, a couple of books,
Uh-huh.
and lotion.
I have a glass of water, a lamp, a bunch of books that I've been meaning to read that I have yet to read, some books that are overdue at the library, and
Return your books.
my watch. I also have dog treats because when my dog is annoying, I need treats nearby. Where to sit in a movie theater? I like to do what Sheldon does and go in.
Find the acoustic sweet spot.
No.
But you can't really do that anymore because you generally have to pick your seats ahead of time.
Yeah, you do.
Personally, I like the back middle because A, the middle, B, I'm tall, so I like not to obscure people's views.
Wow, how considerate.
But also, I don't like being around a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
And so if I sit in the back middle, there's still people around me, but it's less people.
Well, even the back is not often that bad, especially in a smaller theater. The back row is not too bad. It depends on the size of the theater, for sure. Somewhere in the middle, you don't want to be too low because then you're like looking up at the screen. But you don't want to be too high because then you're too far away.
I felt really stupid because I bought these tickets for Eternals, but I wasn't paying attention, and I accidentally bought front middle seats.
Oh, no.
And not back middle. Luckily, it was empty. It was pretty empty,
nice.
So we moved
My
to the
dad
back.
did that when we went to see No Time to Die, but it didn't turn out to be too bad because we weren't too far front, and also it was pretty crowded in the back middle, and it was like, oh, good, we don't really want to be around a lot of people anyways. Ooh, getting dark. Are you capable of murder?
Probably.
Jesus. You answered that way too quickly.
I don't mean at the moment. I'm just saying, I'm sure there's a set of situations and circumstances that could happen.
Yeah, like
that would lead to me doing a murder.
Premeditated murder, maybe like self-defense.
I could see myself premeditating a murder if the situation was right.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. This is evidence now. Gavin
Yeah,
is the
listen.
Zodiac killer.
I am a time-traveling murderer. Maybe that's D.B. Cooper, Zodiac, Black Dahlia, Jack the
all
Ripper.
of
He's been
them.
time-traveling, and it's the
Amazing.
same dude. Or dudette.
Would you ever wear a furry suit?
Actually, I do have a Chewbacca onesie.
I was going to say, bonus question from me, and what animal would it be?
I have a Chewbacca onesie that I would wear.
I don't know if I would, just because it would be very hot. And
Also
also
that.
heavy. Like, have you seen those hats? The heads are so big.
I have.
No, I did dress up as Max from Where the Wild Things Are, so I did have a tail and ears, but I was also still like a human child, kind of. I don't know. So I don't know. It depends. I did. Yeah, I don't know. It feels uncomfortable, like to wear. What are your goals you have failed to accomplish?
Most of them. Continue.
um, I don't know. I think any goals I've supposedly like quote unquote failed are just because I've like changed what I want to do with my life or changed the course of my life, or they've just been put on like hold because something else has come up more
Yeah.
deeply. I don't know. Would you fake your death? Oh, for
Yep.
sure.
Easily. If I could get away with it, yeah, no problem.
Would you
I'd
then
fake my
attend
death.
your funeral?
I feel like you have to.
I know. Yeah, totally.
If you fake your death and don't attend your funeral, did you even really bother to fake your death?
Yeah, like what would
or
be
are
the
you just
point?
an asshole?
That's like
I would fake my death for the funeral.
I was gonna say,
and then I would come back alive.
I was gonna make a Star Kid reference, because we just made the best podcast ever last week. But when they're like, oh, imagine what you could do with an invisibility cloak, and is it Ginny, who's like, I would fake my, or it's either Ginny or
I would
Hermione.
fake my own death.
I would fake my
and
own,
then go to my funeral people to
watch everybody
people
cry. Yeah, it is Ginny. Upcoming and current projects. Ooh, are you working on it?
I honestly don't have any, though. I'm in the trying to decide if I'm going to commit to this or not, but I want to make an animated short film in 2022.
Yes, do it. I think you could do it. You've been talking about it. You just need to do it. For sure.
I just need to do it. The problem, I don't have a desk. That's honestly one of the biggest holdbacks because I know where to put my computer and stuff,
Do you have
and
a
I don't
dining
have
table?
no.
Oh,
I don't have any.
you don't
sort
have
of,
any flat surface.
I have such a small area, and part of it's being taken up by a 4 square with all my shit on it, and then I've got cat stuff over there, and I got a vacuum, so I have a very small space to begin with.
Yeah, maybe get yourself an office.
I don't have space for
no, like
office.
an outside office space.
I couldn't afford an office
That's fair.
space.
No, that's fair.
I would love to. Honestly, if I could afford it, I would get myself an office space.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Jack and I just worked on a short film, but we're not releasing it for a while because we're probably going to do a festival run. Otherwise, Glumhouse Chums episode 2 will be out soon by the new year.
I auditioned for a Star Wars podcast.
Ooh, yes. That's exciting.
But I don't know when I'll be hearing back from that.
Ooh.
Well, they said they're doing the auditions through the end of the month, so maybe by the time this airs, I will have heard something.
Hey.
But we'll see.
I will be working on another musical starting in the new year, with Village Theater again.
And depending on how some stuff goes, maybe I will make a audio adventure as well. But
ooh, yes.
Who's to say what'll happen?
Yeah. We'll see. All right, that's all the yellows. We're on to the pink.
How many more do we have?
Probably 15 to 20.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to do it.
This is going to be a long one,
okay,
guys.
Ready? Speed
but
run.
You're not going to have another one for the rest of the year, so get over
Speed run. What's the most expensive thing you've broken?
I've broken stuff at my jobs before that's been expensive.
I broke a car window once, and that was kind of expensive. Do you prefer traveling alone or with a group? I kind of prefer traveling alone just because I don't like having an itinerary or any, like, anything locking me down. Like, when I was in London visiting my friend and she was at school during the day, I just kind of wandered around for the day, and it was fun. I kind of could do whatever I wanted, however I felt.
Yeah, I get that.
How about you, Gavin?
I don't know if I prefer traveling in a group. I prefer traveling with maybe 1 or 2 people. Mostly just like Bree or someone. It's nice to have someone to go with, just so that you're not all by your lonesome.
Oh no, there's a yellow one hiding underneath the fold.
Well, great. You idiot.
I messed up. I know. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No. That I've been aware of.
Not a ghost, but I would like to say I've seen paranormal happenings. I don't know. Speed round. Ideal weekend?
Doing nothing.
Pancakes, waffles.
I feel like we've done this one
before. I feel
before.
like we answered this before.
The Perfect Sunday one.
Would you do something illegal if it had no consequences?
100%.
Probably. I have no morals.
If there's no consequences, it's not a moral question anymore.
Is it?
It's like if you could murder someone and get away with it, would you? 100%.
Ooh, what's the most adult thing you've done or felt?
Trying to pay all my bills.
Fair.
Apartment searching and moving.
Multiple times. Yeah, having to apartment search. Finding jobs. God.
Health insurance.
If you had a giraffe that you needed to hide, where would you hide it? That's a good one.
in a very tall building. Actually, I know where a lot of
I
construction
would.
sites are, so I could put it in there.
Ooh, I was gonna say like a shed. Not that I have a big enough shed. Here's the Well, I would. Ooh, a Christmas tree. I would hide it in a Christmas
Good
tree.
call.
What is one of the top things on your bucket list? I want to train hop.
I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to get to the point where I can feel like I can have a bucket list instead of just
That's
trying
fair.
to survive from day to day.
What pets have you had?
Mostly just cats.
I grew up having dogs. I've had 3 dogs in my lifetime. We had a fish once. Didn't last very long. Same with the fish I had in college.
I had a hamster.
That's about it. I had baby like snails and bugs I found outside, but like best pair of shoes you have ever owned and why? I know the answer to this one. When I was about 7, maybe to when I was 8 or 9, I had high top Converse with flames on the side. Coolest shoes I've ever owned. And my mom thinks she might still have them in the garage.
I have some red Converse. They were the first ones I ever bought. They're very nice.
Amazing. Ooh, favorite holiday movie? Home Alone or cliche Love Actually.
That's a good one.
But you can watch Love Actually like any time of the year.
That's
feel like.
true.
If everything in your house had to be one color, what color would you choose? Shades can
Black.
vary. I was gonna say black would be a good one. Black and gray, or like blue is supposed to be calming, right? So
Yeah.
maybe blue. 777 is the natural number following 776 and preceding 7078. Thoughts?
True.
That's true. Yeah. If you were a giraffe, would you have stripes or polka dots?
Giraffes.
I would have polka
Giraffes
stripes.
don't have stripes.
I would have polka stripes.
I'd just be a long-necked zebra if I had stripes.
What's the most refreshing thing on a hot summer day? A nice cold glass of water or ice cream from the
Water
ice cream
for
truck.
sure. Nothing beats water on a hot day or
popsicle?
in the middle of the night. It makes
A
me too
rocket pop.
thirsty.
What's your favorite board game?
Clue.
I was gonna say Clue. Clue, or I really like Betrayal
Life.
at the House on the Hill, or Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. That's a good one. What is the most unexpected thing you've done that still surprises you today? Moving to fucking Wyoming for a year.
I don't know. I feel like everything I do is surprising because I never see it coming.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Jar.
Probably, I know more about Star Wars, but Star Trek is really easy to just kind of hop in.
I like Star Trek for the realism, but
Yeah,
Star
I love
Wars.
the characters in Star Trek. But
Firefly.
Star Wars, I don't know. Doctor Who.
Sing.
What's a good song that people hate? I would say
Cotton Eye Joe.
Jenny was a friend of mine, or what's the other Killers song? But people just think Killers is overrated. I love the Killers.
I don't get why people don't like Nickelback.
What is something a ton of people are obsessed with that you just don't understand the appeal of?
Most pop music.
Pop music.
Harry Styles, Justin Bieber.
Boy bands. The only boy bands I like are Beatles and Beach Boys. What is your favorite smell? I like fresh mint
Petrichor.
and freshly cut grass. Also fall leaves. That's all that's empty.
We
folks.
did it.
I'm shaking the random topic time box right now. Can't you hear?
Once again, we want to thank you all so much for the listens and everything you've done to help us get to this point. We are taking a hiatus, as we said, till 2022.
Yes. We aren't sure exactly what day in 2022, but if you follow us on Twitter and Instagram, you can stay up to date and we'll let you know.
It's going to be Bane and Mickey _podcast on Insta and at Bane and Mickey on Twitter. You know, you can find us at baneandmickeyshow.buzzsprout.com or wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Podbean. And, you know, like, follow, rate, share, tell us how we're doing. And make sure you share with all your friends if you liked it.
Give us some feedback. Let us know how we're doing, what you want to hear, what you want to see. Well, you won't
and
be
if you
seeing.
have any suggestions.
If you have suggestions, you can also email us at baneandmickey@gmail.com.
And as you heard, we're out of random topics, so you can send us those too.
We need more. All right, we'll see you all in the new year. Have a good holiday season. Have a good new year, and have a fun time.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.